So currently joining me in studio right now is Dr. Fisseha Mekuria. Where's it from, sir, if I may ask?
Ethiopia.
It,
Originally, I'm from Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Listen, so a big congratulations, number one, on your NSTF award. How does it make you feel that you are being acknowledged?
Thank you. It is a long journey to tell about the story of my education and achievement in this. I listened to Mandela's speech in 1993. The same year I got a PhD in Sweden. I was studying in Sweden at that time. And that's how I got interest now to come back to Africa and do work. And my PhD was in signal processing and communications. And that made me, require now to have some experience from industry. So I spent 10 years with Ericsson Mobile Communications Division, the research division. And when 10 years came, then there was a project to go back to Africa. So I took that. And through that, I happened to be at the CSIR. And now I am leading the research on smart spectrum sharing, it's called. We call it S-Cube. That research has now resulted in a number of technologies, innovative technologies, which can support broadband, affordable broadband in rural communities. And it's called TV White Space Networks, but the actual research has more applications. As we see it now, the new technologies, the new generations coming in mobile communications also has spectrum sharing associated with that, so that they can provide the services they promise in the standards. So that is the work that we do. We do a lot of research, and also now we have a number of technologies which we connected a number of SMMEs who can roll out these networks to rural areas in South Africa. And in the future, what this means is that South African technologies can be also exported to other African countries. And that's also lies in my heart, because I come from Ethiopia. And I know similar problems are there in Ethiopia, and in Uganda also I have worked for a year. I have seen that also happening. So there is a big potential for South African companies to roll out these technologies in other African countries too.
I guess the big question here when it comes to, technology, why do you think that it is so important for rural areas, to have such access to technology?
Yeah, I think now even the World Bank has shown that in actual, figures, that connectivity, broadband connectivity, means economic development. So if communities are connected with, for example, 10 megabit per second connectivity, they can be, GDP growth of 4 to 6% in those areas where there is connectivity. Plus, what the COVID situation has shown also is that informing these communities with relevant information about COVID would have been very easy if we had connectivity to these rural communities. One of the problems is that the technologies that we have already with the mobile operators is limited because of their techno-economic calculations. So we need to have also complementary technologies like the ones that CSIR has developed. And we are rolling out that one now to several communities in South Africa and piloting them so that they also provide the necessary broadband connectivity to schools, agricultural centers, clinics, and also communities where the government can supply information.
Now, for the students that are watching right now, which subjects do you need in order for them to be able to become the next future scientists, the next developers of these smart technology industries that exist out there?
I think the basic education and love for one must have is mathematics and physics. And built on that one is electronics. There is also communication systems where you study radio waves. You know, we have so many radio waves around us. We don't see them, but they are the ones who are connecting us to the gadgets, to the information that we seek, to the to our families that we are far away, all that. So people will study that electromagnetics is very important to study, and software design, software programming is also a very important issue. And now further also in the future we have artificial intelligence with data science that is coming. So those are the issues that students must build from there, those skills. And one of the things that we at the CSIR also do is that we don't just take the technology to these communities, we also give capacity building. Both the SMMEs who are going to build a business around that, but also to communities. So we have something called a community center built out. It's called, there is a name that I forgot it now, but there is a name for it. So that is what is happening. But I think skills for students is very important, and the most important skills are mathematics and physics, and then build on that one. Electronics and software programming are the very important areas. Then in the future, there is also this fourth industrial revolution that people are talking, which is going to bring all disciplines together, because we can't build networks unless we understand how the sensors which are giving us information are built. Those sensors are based on physiological parameters, for example, for applications in health, and those sensors are built on environmental principles. So you need to understand the environment also. So there is a lot of multidisciplinarity in the technologies that come. So students should be, have a wide open eye to learn from other disciplines also. Not just only from one sector.
Now, if one wanted to get a hold of you for more advice going forward, how can we get in contact with you?
Well, we have at the CSIR. I have a website at the CSIR, and if anyone calls the CSIR and asks for me, I think there are so many pathways. But also there is in the LinkedIn, I have a website there. So through that you can get hold of me.
And there you go. One of the winners of the NSTF Awards 2020, Dr. Fisseha Mekuria. Thank you very much, sir.
There's one thing I want to say in the end.
Throw it in.
I think there is also a very important issue that I would like to raise, because teamwork is very important. Our winning, technologies that came out is out of a teamwork. We built a team which is composed of, both girls and women and boys, and we have a young group also, and then we have also a little bit elder people. So we need to get all sectors together and build a team which can work together to bring out these technologies. Many times, a lonely person can be, very, very good in devising some innovation, but making it work requires a team. So try to learn how to work in a team also is a very important issue. Yeah.
So there you have it, Dr. Fisseha Mekuria, one of the winners of NSTF 2020. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.